So,
me too.
there you go.
I think that's kind of the majority case.
Yeah. All right. So this is. Oh, that's where Wyoming is? Was that there this whole time? Somebody really should have pointed that out to me. By Elijah Hoyt. So.
Sorry, who?
Yeah. This is the United States. It's fine. But more importantly, it's huge. Okay? New York to San Francisco is 2,566 miles, which after the advent of the Transcontinental Railroad took 3.5 days. Yeah, that's slow by today's standards, but at this point in time, the alternative was walking, so everyone was pretty much okay with it. That said, the problem was, people started to, this was the early 1900s. Technology was exploding. Cars, telephones, whatever the fuck this weird vending machine thing is. Sometimes technology was literally exploding, like in the case of the shirt coat factory fire.
Triangle shirt
Too soon?
factory.
Too soon for the triangle shirt? It's been 108 years. Anyway, the point is, people started to like things being fast. More importantly, they wanted to talk fast, which meant that they wanted the mail to be fast. So, they turned to the fastest kids on the engine block, airplanes. So this is a bit of the story of air mail. Okay? The problem was, remember, the United States is really fucking big. There's not a lot of infrastructure at this point across those 2,566 miles of wild terrain. They didn't have anything fancy to help get them from A to B. Nothing like radio beacons or GPS satellites. They had nothing. So, we ask, how did they navigate? Was it to build a radio navigational infrastructure? Perhaps they utilized pilotage and dead reckoning skills for over-the-ground navigation, or they even could have plotted some charted routes using landmark and magnetic data. No, fuck that. It was not. They went with D. Oh no, big fucking arrows. Whoa. So they built these. Literally, all across the United States, from coast to coast. Every 10 miles, they built big fucking concrete arrows just pointing to the next one like, go that way. They literally did this all the way across the entire United States. 10 miles was the average. They were more densely connected in mountainous areas and more sparse in Great Plains regions. When the whole system was completed, it was 28,000 miles and over 1,500 big fucking concrete arrows. Okay? Now, you might be asking yourself, this kind of is fine, but, I don't know, wouldn't there be complications like clouds or it being dark? Yes, but they thought of that. They just put these giant 50-foot towers, which just had big lights rotating on the top, that would just guide you from one to the next across the entire United States. Now, this worked really, really great. However, it was able to cut the transit time of mail from 3.5 days to a blistering 34 hours. Was it worth it? Now, the problem was, shortly after they finished this big fucking system, some brainiac figured out how to use radio waves to navigate without having to see the ground at all, and thus the system was no more.
Oh my God.
9 sketchy years. It took about 10 years to build. It was operational fully for 9 years, and it's just, I can't imagine any more sketchy way to get from point A to point B. Thank you.
Oh my God.